Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of This Week in an Hour. We're your hosts, Jackson.
Brad.
And Luc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Luke, the little quiet boy over there.
Yeah.
Last episode, he was quite quiet.
Honestly, he's probably
actually, I think
scarred
we
after what
figured
you just
out.
got done talking about.
I think we figured out that he had the mic on backwards, so he's talking to the
I'm
side that
not
didn't
the-
have the
What an
microphone.
uncultured swine.
I'm not the audio tech here, though. Somebody else sets up the podcast, so.
Yeah, but you're the one
You
rearranging your mic
You set
over
the
there.
mic up today, and it was backwards. I didn't.
I just put it in the thing for you to rearrange.
Oh.
I just put it in the grip.
Okay.
So basically, you just thought too highly of Luke.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
basically thought he was capable of...
Well, I mean, if I sit down and the mic's sitting here, I assume, okay, it's ready to fucking run. It's not like. Jackson, it just shows that I trust your ability to set up audio
goal.
equipment, and obviously I can't. I have to
Nope.
second guess everything you do now.
Once we get our mixer, it'll be a lot easier.
I'm gonna buy an even shittier mic than that one when we get the mixer. I'm gonna use an Xbox mic. From the
We won't be
360.
able to record your voice anymore, so.
I'll just yell into your guys's from across the room.
Speaking of Echo, we just got back from the hilltop.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
you do
pretty-
hear an echo in a hilltop, don't
It's
you?
true. I think
Yodeling.
maybe if you're down in the valley, you would.
Oh, that's yodeling.
Yeah, honestly, they redid it since I was there last. Like, I haven't been there since I was a kid.
Yeah, they did remodel.
Not bad. I will say there was a questionable pitcher up.
It was Charlie Chaplin.
Allegedly. That's what they want you to think.
It's actually the Denver airport. Because, you know, how the Denver airport had all those, like, Holocaust pictures and, like, dead things up on their walls.
In the lower levels?
No, just right in the main lobby, and they had that, like, hell horse.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
Nope.
Oh, look it up.
Look into
the Denver airport.
It's
It's fucked.
Go Denver. Denver sports fan over here.
Denver Broncos, baby.
Was it like everybody in Denver was like too high to realize that there was just
No, people realized and they were really creeped out by it, but I think they're taken down now, though. Like,
That's kind
not
of-
the horse statue, but
Yeah.
That's just not the place I'd imagine there to be Holocaust pictures. Like Denver. Like,
and there's like pictures with like a bunch of dead animals and people wearing gas masks, and
what the
it's
fuck?
yeah, it's
Why?
it's fucked.
Just
Who
happened to
designed this airport? Was it like Marilyn Manson took a hand at like fucking interior design and then it's fucking
Hitler never died. He actually did like
'Cause
go
there's,
into
like,
hiding, and he
supposedly
designed the
in-
Denver airport.
Because the Denver airport
Secretly?
basically got buried and they built a new one on top of it, so there's like supposedly an underground like base there, and like for the top secret government like Illuminati stuff.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Let's not let them know that we know too much.
Yeah.
In case they try to kill us.
I haven't been there or anything, but
No, yeah. We've never been invited.
my
Exclusively.
my friend Alan now has been there and
Alan Alienson.
yeah, didn't he?
what yeah, maybe
You know Alan Alienson too?
maybe allegedly,
Allegedly.
potentially, who knows. But yeah, Hilltop. For once we all didn't have the same thing. I got a burger. It was all right, honestly. 100% the patty was just a frozen, like, generic patty that you get at, like, not even Costco, like, Superstore. Like, it was probably, like, a great
Yeah.
value hamburger.
Yeah, it looked like just like a
No, but it wasn't like you can't sell it off as like some fucking super
Gourmet
thin. No,
It
like
was
some
super thin.
It wasn't one of those like paper
Yes,
thin
it
burgers.
was.
I seen it.
Yes,
it was
it
like
was.
this big.
No,
No,
it
it
was
wasn't
not.
that
It was not that
It
big.
was, yes,
It
it
was
was. It was, no, it was like this.
I don't think so.
No, it
Yeah.
was. It was
I've had
tiny.
burgers from there before, and I've never had them. That
Maybe
big.
I got just fucking greased, but like
Maybe.
it was not. It was not that big.
it was
I've had,
one
like,
of those
big.
like,
I was gonna say like you could compare it to like one of like the fancier superstore burgers, like
No, it was like a
burger
McDouble
patties.
burger patty.
it was one of those like
I'll have to
flat
tell ya.
ones that you'd have at like a school barbecue.
Yeah, like Coach Wilson is flipping those for you. Like that's.
Yeah.
But everything
Mini
else on
bar.
it was pretty enjoyable. Had some.
I just had a
heat.
poutine.
And the kettle chips were fucking good, actually.
I wasn't too hungry, and I'm not even a big fan of poutines. It was all right.
She got the clubhouse sandwich.
Yeah,
really nice.
once you ordered it, I was
Got
gonna
the
get it,
caramelized
and then I
onions,
just
a nice cheese.
it was my turn to order. Everyone else had ordered, and I was like,
Just chipotle mayo on it, Cajun mayo, bacon.
Club's always a good choice.
Their club's good. I'll give them
I
that.
actually got a
They
chicken
didn't have a third
club.
piece of bread though, did it?
No, it did not.
So I
That's
got a
actually
chicken club
technically
from
not a
Boston
club.
Pizza
Yeah,
like
it's a
last
lie.
week, and it was really good.
You should go back and say you want your money back. That wasn't
We
actually.
both should. You should get the other half of your burger, and I can get the fucking other half of my
Could
sandwich.
you imagine they just come from the kitchen, they give me another patty and give you a slice of bread?
Here
Get
you
the
go.
fuck out of here.
But then we could combine it.
Yeah.
We could have,
Fold it over.
yeah.
Can we get some of that Chipotle mayo?
Please, sir.
Now get the free popcorn.
They had free popcorn?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think you have to ask for it now because COVID ruined everything. People can't just go shoving their grubby hands in the popcorn maker anymore.
Man.
Fucking COVID.
What?
ruined
I would have
everything.
sat there and ate popcorn all night.
Yeah, it's fucking good too. It's like super buttery,
Yeah,
nice
super
and salty. Makes you want to fucking get a nice cold beer and just wash it down.
That's what I
Wash
get
off
you.
the
But then you
salt.
go up to them and go, "Can I get a glass of water, please?"
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, okay."
This motherfucker.
Fucking freeloaders.
And then you say, "I'm actually good with that. I'll just eat the popcorn and water and leave."
And then as you leave, you dump the water in the popcorn machine and walk away.
That'd be the biggest dick move ever.
And then our fourth guest that was there, the famous Dawson LeCompte. Some of you know him.
Ordered a lobster roll.
Balling out. He ordered second last.
Last, I think he did.
No, I ordered.
Did you go last? Oh, I thought it was Dawson.
No, it was Dawson
Yeah,
last.
I'm almost
It was
positive
100%
it was
Dawson
Dawson.
last because we all said our things and they were just like regular meals, and the Dawson's like,
Lobster
I'll
roll.
get a lobster roll. Big ball and shot calling. Bought a Xbox Series X. May as well treat himself to some lobster while he's at it.
Probably not that great too.
You think he grabbed some caviar on the way home? Or
Probably. Just gonna take spoonfuls of the sea.
Men.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Maybe.
Because they're fish eggs.
He said semen.
Semen.
Oh. Nice.
Like, do you see those men over there?
Ah, the puns are real.
I get it. I think. Not really, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. But yeah.
Leave us a review if you got that pun.
Leave us what?
Leave us a review if you got that pun.
Only leave us a review. It's gonna be 5 stars.
1 star, your pun sucked.
But yeah, that was not a very exciting meal. That was more of like a eating for hunger, not eating for pleasure type meal. That's for sure. It was just
Yeah,
kind of.
and I wasn't even hungry, so
I was very hungry.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. I should have.
I'm kind of
got
hungry
the
now
whole
too.
meal.
I had.
Maybe we could just eat each other.
I'll cook you up on the
I'll go
barbecue.
first. What was the other thing?
Holy shit!
What was the other thing that we were gonna talk about too? There's something else. I
Oh.
forgot. Oh, the debate, the
post
great debate.
That I
Yeah.
put up on the Instagram.
So we figured out of our followers who's colorblind and who isn't, and so that's good.
No.
And we're gonna send them all messages individually and tell them to probably go get their eyes checked.
Hey, call Vogue Optical. Use promo code this week in an hour and get a free eye test.
TWIH.
So I wasn't the only one to support Team Green.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick. One of the people 100% confirmed that agreed with
Colorblind.
Jackson is colorblind.
He
Yeah,
asked.
but-
He after he said the Gatorade was green, he asked us what color the cap was. He said it was also green.
Yeah, it's the most blatantly orange thing possible, and he said it was green.
What do you mean? That cap's totally green. No. But the Gatorade is lime green. Fact.
Jackson, you can't even argue it now. There's
Yeah, it was only 30-6.
It was only 83% to 17%.
But it's 100% green. Even on the packaging,
Jackson,
it's green.
You can't say that it's that you're right.
Everyone
when-
who voted yellow's wrong.
You know what? Honestly, that actually is how today works. It's like, 85% of people say this. No, they're obviously fucking wrong.
False.
Wow, 85% of scientists say this. No.
No.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah. I have a different opinion, so they're fucking wrong.
My opinion's the only opinion that matters.
And another little update on our me and Brad are now 5G carriers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting
craziest
great
thing.
cell service in here,
I
actually.
know. It's like I got vaccinated, and all of a sudden, just service was out of this world on my phone.
Dude,
Yes.
I was have you realized you can text without your phone now? You just
Yeah.
put your finger on your temple. Try it right now. Watch.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah, I just got your text. Thanks. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, Jackson is crazy thinking that Gatorade is green. But fuck, they have that down to fuck it. It's a machine. How fast they get you through there.
Yeah, I know.
eh?
I was so surprised.
They have, but
Brad came out super quick.
did you find too? Did you go to Brookside?
No.
Where'd you go?
downtown
Downtown.
King Street, some random
Oh.
building?
A
Okay.
pharmacy.
Never mind. I went to Brookside Mall, and like you walk through Brookside Mall, and then like you go to this door, and they're like, "Yeah, go right through there, and you'll be able to get your shot." And you're like, "Oh, okay." So there's gonna be like a couple nurses, and you'll get to go to a room. You walk through the door, and it's empty Zellers, and it's full of chairs, and they had like 30 different stations that you could get vaccinated at.
Not.
Just pump
Fucking
it
bad.
out.
And you know what? It was weird because I was like, "This is by far the biggest crowd I've been around in a year," and
Yeah.
there was that crowd chatter.
Yeah.
That it was just like I haven't
Oh,
heard that in so
wow.
long. I was like, "Holy shit!"
No, I literally walked into about a fucking 10 by 15 room, a little pharmacy, and then
Did they make you wait 15 minutes?
made me sign up. No,
No.
well,
Well,
I signed the paper. I did all that stuff, signed all the papers and shit, and then I went into this like there's literally probably a closet, and this girl sticks a needle in me, bandages me.
And then she
I'm on
looks at
my
you and
way
goes,
out.
"That was heroin."
yeah, we actually
Welcome
went
to
to
the jungle,
the
baby.
wrong building.
You guys are actually behind the giant tiger.
Fucking the methadone clinic. Fuck, that's awful because all the homeless people hang out beside there. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
Man, when we were coming down today, there was like probably 8 homeless dudes just hanging out in front of the church, like whatever, having a good time, and literally you just get.
We had the windows rolled down. We turned the
smoked.
corner, just big wall of weed smell.
Yeah, a couple left-handed cigarettes being smoked. Just followed you the whole way.
Like all of the mall, like where everyone was getting picked up by those buses, like it just all that strip just smelled like weed.
A little bit
It was
of
awesome.
reefer getting smoked.
So yeah, so that
And
was
then
cool.
like a couple minutes later, I heard the cops flash a siren. And,
Oddly enough, when we drove back by, there wasn't as many people.
yeah.
Um.
And there was a cop sitting in the parking lot across the road.
But there seemed to be a crowd moving towards the giant tiger.
Anyways, it took me literally probably all 5 minutes, if even that. And then we walked outside. She said to wait in the car for like 10 minutes, and then
We waited for like
Who's actually
5.
waiting in the car? If like where I went, you had to sit in a chair for 15
Yeah.
minutes.
no, we literally sat in the car. That's when we called.
Yeah,
her.
Brad passed out on the way back to his house, but I just let him sleep
just-
because
yeah,
he
and then
was
he just
tired.
shook me
so.
shook
Well, I
me
mean, that's
away
what
from
heroin
the-
does in movies. Like, they always fall asleep. So,
I thought he was gonna fall asleep forever, but you know he woke up.
so have you tried to line up for another vaccination for later today yet, or vaccination in quotes?
Yeah, I'm getting it through my toes this evening.
Yeah, I've gotten so many vaccines. I ran out of places to do it on my arms already.
Yeah, I've got tetanus, hepatitis.
I think you got the hepatitis from getting the vaccine.
Yeah. I had to get another hepatitis one because the first one was faulty.
But yeah, it's I'm glad to have it done. When are you doing
Yeah.
yours? Have you
I
scheduled
haven't
it?
even booked it yet.
He could have gone
She
in tonight
offered-
at 5:30, but he didn't
Yeah, we were busy.
because he's an
tonight.
anti-vaxxer.
Oh fuck no! Don't put me in that crowd.
You should try to
Holy-
get it as soon as you can. So then, because they're saying
Yeah,
they think that in 8 weeks from now you're gonna be able to get your second dose.
yeah,
So,
and then they were saying like once people have their second doses, like later in the summer, they're gonna start opening up international travel again, which would be cool. And they said in New Brunswick that things would probably be getting back to normal because 75% of the population's now
Yeah, they said that
vaccinated.
they're supposed to open up borders.
No,
to
it's
PEI.
at 75%. They're allowed. It's they
Oh,
they
well-
want the 75 by the 1st of June.
We're,
Yeah, which if they have it, they're opening up
We
borders
were
to
at
PEI
60
at least by June 7th.
Yeah,
I think it
on
was.
Thursday we were at 61%.
Oh,
So, but we'll be there by the 1st
Oh,
because
yeah.
we're doing like a 1.5% a day, and then there's another goal for July 1st to do more openings, and then August 1st they want to hopefully have 75% double dose.
yeah.
And they want more than 75%, but they realize that I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of fucking idiots that aren't gonna get vaccines.
Especially in New Brunswick.
I completely understand people that aren't like you can't get vaccines because of immune system, but
If you're just one of those people who are like, they're gonna kill us all with the vaccine, like 2 years from now, you'll see it's gonna
honestly,
mess up all your
I can understand
What if they
in a
do?
way that like the scare of that, but like people, anybody that says that the vaccines have chips in them,
The government's gonna control you.
that's just I can somewhat sympathize with people that have the outlook of like the vaccines are like too new for me. I can kind of understand that and wait in a couple months. But anybody that genuinely thinks there's chips in them,
Dude, just you wait. Give it honestly, give it a couple of years, and then the top 1% of the world, they're gonna be controlling everyone.
Yeah,
it's not like they do already.
The elites
Yeah.
are gonna fucking
They're gonna
absolutely
be,
control us like puppets.
we're gonna be just living our lives, but under their control.
Yeah.
Nothing's probably gonna change. So even if they
Maybe,
did
though.
have our
But they'd have that power to do it to you. They can make you do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. How does it make you feel?
good, I have purpose in life now.
I get to be someone's puppet. Yes, Papa, can we play some more?
Of which billionaire, which one do you want to be their puppet?
Elon Musk, definitely.
Oh, he's into freaky shit.
I'd go to space.
But
I'd
do you
be
think
a
he's-
test monkey.
Do you think he's
for
taking
space.
his puppets to space, or is his puppets like
No,
we're the
like
test
I'd be
op-
on
test-
test
test
subjects.
subjects.
I'd be on
Go-
the,
okay, let's
the
go.
first
go
rocket to
sweep off the
Mars.
landing pad?
As it's coming down.
Yeah, as the rocket's taking off.
If you flinch, I'll know.
You're just out there. My arms are burning off. Please, can I go home?
Nope.
No. We'll attach metal arms to you tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck it. Maybe Elon would be the coolest.
I mean, that's how you get. I don't know. Mark Cuban seems like he'd be kind of cool.
That's true.
You'd probably get to go see some basketball games.
Dude, Billy Gates.
No.
Maybe. Dude, he's gonna be like the most eligible bachelor.
Yeah, do you see him now? He's fucking.
Yeah.
It's a BSDW alert.
Big
I don't
swinging
think back
white
to it.
dick.
Yes,
Watch
sir.
it like once their divorce is finalized, he like appears out of nowhere and he's just absolutely fucking yoked now.
Somehow looks 50 years younger.
It's the Jeff Bezos special. Gets divorced, starts banging supermodels.
Just yeah, he just ends up like drinking like children's blood to stay young and.
Well, he
like
apparently
the
apparently he
Rothschilds.
did
Yeah.
hang out with the old Bill and Jeff. So I mean,
Yeah.
allegedly.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly.
There's been pictures of him next to them, so.
Allegedly. Don't come after us, Bill. You could ruin our lives.
Hey, we're on a Apple product here, so.
Yeah, that's true. That gives him even more reason.
Gives him more power. Now he's gonna control a laptop too.
What? He's Microsoft. He can't control Apple products.
Yes, he can. He can get in there with anything. Think of the money.
Bill
No.
Gates is God.
God Gates? God's Gate? It's all coming together now.
It does.
When you die, that's the first thing you see.
Dude, he's
just
probably
Bill
listening right now.
Gates' face.
I bet you Bill Gates is. What would we have? Like, give me a good Mac application.
Safari.
Yeah. What if he is just?
Music.
Maybe he is Safari.
When you go,
What's that little app that looks like a face down in the corner?
Finder.
That's Bill Gates.
That's actually modeled after him.
It kind of looks like.
Yeah,
him
his
if you
There
nose.
actually
squint
is something
your
on one of the
eyes.
old windows that was
Till you're
modeled
out.
after Bill Gates. Like it was like his picture, and then they like just like put a shadow around it, and that was the icon.
You know that like the Windows logo, like isn't that the one with the four square? Like has like
Yeah.
the four squares. You just zoom in on it. And
yeah,
it's
it's a
actually
window.
it's just Bill Gates on the other side.
Like every pixel.
Yeah,
is
no.
just-
Binoculars like looking back
every
at you.
pixel is just a Bill Gates face. And then like the Windows XP like jingle, it like backwards and like slowed down. It's like, Bill Gates is your master.
Allegedly. Okay, so
Alright. We are
Speaking of
down
which-
the rabbit hole. We haven't even talked about our first topic yet.
Also, this is like kind of like we're just. I don't know what we're talking about. What were we talking about before? Fuck.
Bill Gates.
No, but I don't know where we ended on. It was like something to do with
being a billionaire's puppet.
something like that. I was just gonna say. Speaking of which, apparently, Coney 2012 died of COVID-19.
Oh really?
Yeah, Coney, the African warlord. One of the whole Coney
Anybody gonna
2012.
toss a rip for that one? I know I'm not.
No, I just seen a thing the other day. I meant to send it to the group, but I forgot.
Apparently, most of that was bullshit though. The guy that like did the Coney 2012, like he took all that money for himself, and he ended up getting in trouble because he was like, after he made a fuck ton of money off of it, he was like drunk as fucking like downtown San Francisco, fucking cranking down in front of a bunch of people, and he got arrested. And then like people
God knows how to
realize
party,
like,
I guess. Jeez.
he was like just fucking like whatchamacalling all the money,
Money laundering.
embezzling all of it. So maybe Coney was a good guy and he just besmirched his character.
Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not.
There are two sides to every story.
Three,
Yeah,
actually.
three.
Oh yeah.
You know what? We never got to hear Coney's side.
Yeah, no. Speaking of just, we have not even gotten to our first topic yet, and we are quite far.
How far?
Well, minus the first 5 minutes that
We're
we're
20
cutting. We're about
20
20 minutes in.
Oh my god.
Let's start ripping these out.
All right, so yeah, our first topic this week was one that actually Dawson sent to the group chat, and it was a patient had their wrong leg amputated at a clinic in Austria.
Guy just woke up with no dick.
How long have you been saving that joke?
I literally just thought of it. I was like, leg.
Waiting
and
for
I was
20
like,
minutes.
I was like, third leg. Ooh, not bad.
It was like Dawson sent it and Brad's like,
That's literally my mind. Like, basically, I was like, Dawson, boom, dick. Dawson, third leg. What would Dawson think of a third leg?
But yeah, so apparently he was about to get his one of his legs amputated. The nurse marked the opposite one to be amputated the next day.
so does he not say anything when he goes, well, just so you know, you put marker all over my good leg.
Oh,
He's probably
he was
sedated.
80 years old, so he was probably
yeah, he
like
doesn't.
out of it. And then they offered, or the next day they were like, yeah, so we messed up due to human error. Your good leg was amputated. He had a lot of health complications, anyways, and so I guess.
So he go, where's my money?
No, yeah, they offered his family psychological support. So
What?
yeah, that's about it.
Did they amputate his other leg?
Yeah, they would
I'm
have. I mean, if they're
assuming, yes.
amputating it for a reason,
And then maybe they just put his other old leg back on again.
Oh, they amputated and put his left leg on his right leg,
Ooh.
so his foot curves the opposite way.
He always had an issue where his foot, like he had duck feet, but now he has like.
like
now he's
sort of
pitching
straight.
toed. Well, now he's
But
no
they
toed,
like, but they like rotate the leg to correct the foot. So like he walks like a, I don't know.
a pimp.
Yeah.
He's got a pimp walk. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
That guy that today walking across the parking lot on the way home? Just pimp walking.
Pimp walking.
He had like this. It was an older dude, had a bandana on, dressed in black,
Leather
chain,
jacket.
leather
Chain
jacket,
hanging.
had some big rag hanging from his back pocket.
Yeah.
You can tell he meant business.
And then he got in his
He's
Honda
about
Fit.
five.
Gangsta,
No, he's about
gangsta.
5'6".
Then he got in his Prius.
No, then he got to the corner of the street and looked back at the
ain't
cop. and
cool.
was like, "Mm."
So,
Yeah, but that would suck.
I would be expecting a lot more
Yeah.
than psychological fucking support.
I would literally take that hospital for all the money that they had.
Yeah, I'd be like.
Well, I don't know how healthcare works in Austria, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I thought it
Somebody.
was in
If
Australia.
I have to go to the fucking president, I'm getting fucking money out of that one. That's whack.
Yeah, I just at that point it's like, I mean, yes, human error occurs, but like
Yeah, human error
that's
is like
your
when you get double
job,
booked
you're-
and then you have to wait, 15 minutes for an appointment. Not fucking. Oh, I am missing a leg.
leg. Yeah.
My only functioning leg is now gone.
Yeah, it's like you
His
get
other
hit.
one's just
You get hit
all
by a
gangrened
train.
and-
Oh, sorry, human error. We're sorry. We'll offer psychological support. It's like, no, you're gonna fucking pay me.
I
Like,
want to be compensated for my fucking leg.
Yeah.
How much do one of these run on the black market? And then we're gonna take
how much is an
Emotional.
80-year-old man's leg that is obviously sick because his other leg is gonna get amputated?
how much is this worth?
How much is a tainted leg worth?
How much is a gouted foot?
Hey, listen.
Hey, I would
one man's trash is another man's treasure. Someone could really use that 80-year-old leg. You wouldn't even know what for.
Maybe a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
That's an upgrade.
Exactly.
Maybe one of the Rothschilds or Rockefellers needs a new. They've had 7 hearts. Maybe they need an extra leg at this point.
Yeah, but he's 80, not 8.
What?
Are you talking about them eating kids earlier? I thought that's what you were playing off of.
No.
Hey,
You
That's-
literally said
Brad, that's the
No,
Clintons.
I said they were drinking kids' blood when you mentioned
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. If they're drinking kids' blood, then they'd be eating their feet too.
that. What? No. I meant
I feel like an
replacement,
80-year-old
because he's like 108 or something, and he had 7 replacement hearts to keep him living.
Oh, I thought you meant hearts as in like you just
No,
like 8 hearts.
no.
I feel like if you were to eat a leg, you don't want to eat an 80-year-old leg. You want to eat like a.
You want to eat like I was gonna say young, but like a nice like meat, like
Well, you
good
want
meat,
like
tough and.
Well, no, you don't
good,
want it
tough
to be
meat.
tough.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
You want it to...
Jackson just loves fucking a nice tough steak.
I love shitty meat. That's why people like veal so much, is because it's like super fucking soft and all that. I've never had it.
I like a good chew to my steak.
Psychopath.
A medium rare chewy steak.
If it sticks really true, you probably should be cooking it fully, to be honest.
No, I like mine blue.
I love the
10
$3
seconds.
steaks at Walmart.
Yeah, I love the Tiger King steaks.
I rewatched after we talked about it last week. I rewatched it this week.
I saw some of these.
I would never rewatch that.
Oh,
I seen the I'm never gonna financially recover from this part.
That was like, you know, like the meme where it's like DiCaprio like pointing at the screen. That was me when he said that in the show. I was like, oh my god.
He's fucking.
Some girl gets her arm bit off. I'm never gonna financially recover from
It
that.
goes into the fucking gift shop. Just so y'all know, and you don't hear it later, a employee just got their arm bitten off by one of our tigers.
The best part is too is like in this fucking kerfuffle that's happening, he has time to change his coat into a paramedic coat.
Hey, he's a fucking performer. There's one thing you can't take away from Joe Exotic is he is a goddamn performer.
He reminded
And he
me of
will
that
put on a
guy on the
performance.
movie, the
The Greatest Showman.
no,
No, Andy Dick.
no, the guy on
Division
the
3.
Division 3.
Yeah, Andy
yeah.
Dick's yeah, Coach Vice. Fucking, I looked up because you know how like the end Jeff Lowe and fucking the Monkey Man is fucking making the new super fucking Tiger Zoo.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Apparently, it went fucking broke.
Belly up.
Jeff Lowe somehow got out completely clean, and the other guy got fucked over.
Sounds about right. Oh, that's what I seen about the Tiger King. Apparently, his they seized like
Yeah,
a
we
fuck
talked
ton
about that last episode.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking-
That bitch Carol Baskin got
That's
68 tigers.
No, was it 85 or something? 65, I don't know. Listen to our last episode to hear that part.
Obviously, we don't listen.
Yeah.
Speaking of not listening, Knicks only selling tickets to vaxxed people.
Yeah, so the New York Knicks came out and said if they make the second round of the playoffs, that they are only going to sell tickets to vaccinated
The
people.
New York NIX.
Yeah.
The Knicks.
But they, how about you spell it like you did earlier? For
NYX. Close. You're really close.
I was doing the abbreviation.
you were mind fucking us because there was like points where I didn't even know what words.
I
you were
knew
trying
how to spell it before, and then you started going on, and I'm still not even positive if I know anymore. Because you said so. There was Y's,
K-N-I-C-K-S.
there's X's. I think there was an R somewhere in there
You
at one
spelled
point.
it wrong again.
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Okay,
Yeah, you
you
gotta
say it.
get
Okay,
that
there you
part.
go.
I said that literally like 2 seconds ago.
Did
You
you?
said,
I
it,
thought
you said it so.
wrong.
You said it so fast that I was just like,
Okay,
what?
It's like
ICKS.
kids when they're learning the alphabet. They're like L and a P.
I can see really
And
fast.
L-M-N-O-P.
But yeah,
It's like say that slow. They're like L
M-N-O-P.
M and O. Wait, I thought there was one letter called M and O. It's all of them
L-M-N-O.
together. But yeah, I
It's
think
an
that's
E with like a weird symbol on the top.
that's
I don't know.
that's actually gonna help a lot with getting people to vax. Like a lot of places in America have been doing things
Poorly.
to incentivize. Well, no, they've been
Oh yeah,
they've
what
actually
was
been
that,
doing
that
it
free
well.
fries in New York?
They
thing?
did free burger and fries from In-N-Out, and that wasn't just New York. That was like all over the place. And then there was NASCAR races that you got free tickets to NASCAR races if you get vaccinated. And there's been sports.
Oh, all the
teams.
rednecks will be doing that.
Yeah, there's one. I'm pretty sure there's a place where you get free beer or something too. You get free 12 pack.
diggity dog. I get a vaccine if I get to go fucking NASCAR race. Cool.
But there's probably people that have gotten like 8 vaccines at this point because they just look at all the
Just
free
cashing
shit I
out.
can get.
Yeah,
This
but
is
down
fucking
there,
awesome,
don't
America.
you have to
Fuck
pay
yeah,
for the
land of the free,
vaccines?
brother.
What?
Don't down there? Wouldn't you have to pay for the vaccines?
I think that's part of the incentive. Is like
Here, spend this. We know we don't want to use
it's
our
better
healthcare
for the
system,
government
but,
to fucking pay for the vaccines at this point to get people because if you try to charge people, so many people would be like, "Fuck that, no."
Yeah.
So
Well, the healthcare system in the States is broken.
what healthcare system?
Yeah, exactly.
You must first establish one.
Oh, you mean loans? Yeah.
Yeah, where the hospitals are loan sharks.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you had a Tic Tac. That's $18 for one. Have you ever seen some of the bills people get? It'll be like they get a cough drop, and the cough drop is $12. But then like when you go and actually like, if you call them on it, they drop the bill rate down.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, 'cause
Speaking
a
of
lot
pretty
of people just
fucked.
don't even pay attention. They'll just like pay it and go into debt.
Yeah. Oh, 120K because my fucking throat was itchy. But speaking of fucked, China was able to create an artificial sun that was 120 million degrees Celsius, and they maintained it for 100 seconds, which is a new world record.
That's crazy because who knows who's working on a black hole here on Earth right now, an artificial black hole. So at any point in time, the Earth could self-implode into a black hole, and we wouldn't even see it coming.
You wouldn't even get to like think of it. Like it would literally just be like that, and you'd be dead.
We'd be like,
but
into
maybe
the
then we
void.
just go
To
to
try
a
to
different
be into the
universe.
void.
yeah.
Wow. Try living with that the rest of your life, huh?
Yeah.
That's a big bag to carry.
Yeah. You just gotta
That is
live
a
every day
heavy
like
bag.
it's the last day. Just gotta live every day, live your life to the fullest.
We're living every day like the last. Sitting here podcasting. Just think,
why-
everybody, this could be our last day, and we're doing this for you.
Yeah. We'll live on forever, for eternity.
But where the fuck do you keep something that is 120
That was
million degrees?
my next question.
Like, where the fuck? Like,
In a glass box.
it's like, whoa. Make sure you put the gloves on before you touch it.
It's like oven mitts.
Like, do you like light it and then shoot it in the air? Like, I'm pretty sure at that heat, like, it would just burn like the oxygen out of like
Yeah.
everywhere. Like it. That's fucked.
Could you imagine?
I don't know.
touching
There's
it?
probably like a vacuum chamber that they would be able to hold it in.
But you think that hot though that it would literally just like
Fuck everything.
it would melt like anything you can think of that melts.
Could you imagine just somehow touching it?
You wouldn't even be able to get close enough. To touch
That's what I'm
it.
saying. Just imagine like you could get close enough to touch it.
Like it lit as you were touching it,
Yeah.
and it was just like. Well, I'm pretty sure that's another situation where like you don't even realize you're just gone. It's
yeah,
just-
you dust, you vaporized.
yeah, like that is like. Like I'm assuming like a nuclear bomb probably isn't even that.
No,
hot.
I don't think so.
So like. Imagine if that was like their next weapon instead of nuking someone. It's
Just
just like
dropping a
they,
sun.
Yeah, they just light a sun. And then you pull the pin and then just throw the sun out of an airplane, and then
Throw it out. Gee.
somebody just fucking
Someone has to take one for the team.
pull the pin once you're close to the ground.
Yeah, we only got 100 seconds on this timer, so make it smart.
It lands in a river, and then
This will
there's
be
no
the last skydive of your life.
Yeah, that's.
You
Speaking
don't
of
have to
which,
pull a chute,
we were at the beach the other day, and there was a plane flying overhead.
and someone skydiving out of it.
No, even cooler. It was coming right towards us, and I said,
It crashed.
"Death and barrel." Ha! No, I looked up. Well, actually, kind of. I looked over, and I asked Eric. I said, "Could you imagine if that just like landed right on us? Like, imagine you just took an airplane straight to the face."
You'd be.
I think that's
Dead.
another
Yeah,
situation.
I know, that's why I brought it up. It's like a whole
Yeah.
thing, like, you know, just airplane, boom, directly to the tet.
You just see it coming, and then
Obviously
darkness.
can't move. Yeah. Wow, that's good.
The last thing you would
Scary.
see would
There's been
probably
a
be
lot of death.
the
this-
pilot in the cockpit, the fear in his eyes.
In the what?
cockpit,
You said cock.
the penis pit.
Oh. Well, speaking of
I'm
penis, it's
podcasting
time for
with
Fox
My
News.
fellow hosts are a bunch of 6-year-olds.
It's just you say the pit so aggressively.
Cockpit.
Cock pit. No, I'm kidding. That's how you have to say it from now on, though.
The cockpit. The rooster pit. We'll just call it that.
The old rooster pit.
That would have been a good name for our podcast.
The rooster pit.
Rooster Pit.
That actually would have been a really good name. Might be a little bit of copy of Rooster Teeth, but like,
No. Well, if we were all
It's just a bunch
pilots,
of cocks hanging out in a pit.
if we were all pilots, there's a podcast idea for you pilots out there. Get a bunch of pilots together. Name it the Rooster Pit.
You almost forgot. I almost forgot.
I
the name for a
almost
second,
forgot.
too.
I almost said the cockpit. Or you could name it that too.
Cock talk.
Could be a
in the
nudist
cockpit.
podcast.
Okay, Fox News on, dude. Let's go. Enough dick talk.
Enough cock talk.
Yeah,
Cockpit
we've
talk.
replaced our hockey talk with cock talk.
Speaking of,
Hello, mechanic engineering course in the military.
it's me.
Welcome to this week's dick talk.
In an hour.
We're rebranding to this dick in an hour.
That's a great. You know, that's what we should name it.
That's
Say-
what our
This
after
po-
hours is gonna
That's
be
what-
called.
that's
Dick
what
in a
this-
box is the intro.
Well, that's a hard one to segue away from. We get everyone's favorite segment.
Fox dick on dick.
Fox dick.
Honestly, this is probably a pretty.
I bet a fox dick is a pretty odd dick, to be honest.
Oh. This is perfect to follow up with. North Carolina coast mysterious mass. Mysterious mass identified. What is the blob? So, what
Could
is
be
the
a fox's dick?
What is the blob?
Wait,
guys
what
think
does the
blob-
fox say?
Dick, 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 dick.
Jesus.
All right.
Get a blob.
What is the blob?
This is
What's
this
a shitty
podcast
movie
is
from like the 80s?
not
isn't it?
family friendly.
That's what it looks like.
Good thing we have the.
Oh, it's
we
so
have
it's
the
like some
explicit
sea
tag,
creature.
don't we?
Yeah, we do. We are explicit.
That
yes.
looks like a mutated seahorse. Kinda.
Okay.
No, it
Luke's
looks
gone
like
mutated
more like an-
seahorse. What are you saying?
Octopus kelp man.
Ooh, you're really close to the octopus kelp man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's squid babies.
Oh, that was close.
It's a bunch of them. Apparently, squids like all lay their eggs in groupings.
Hmm.
Pretty cool, huh?
Have you
Yeah.
guys-
There's a lot
Maybe
of
it's like
blobs.
a. What do they call it? There's places that have so much rats.
He's like,
Yeah.
because
what
I'm
are
like-
you doing?
There's a
Are you
pla-
making a triangle?
there's places that like I forget what it's called, but like rats will all get fucking
Oh,
coagulated
rat orgy.
together,
Yeah,
and their
I've heard of
tails will
that.
all get tied together,
Yeah.
and then like they become one rat pretty much because there's like 20 rats and all their tails are tied.
I'm googling a picture of that.
Yeah,
after we
it's
get done
fucked. It's
podcast.
gross.
It's an actual thing. I'm trying to think what it's called though, because there's a name for it.
A rat orgy.
A rat's nest.
Maybe.
Speaking of rat's nest, Florida woman nearly naked leads cops in a high-speed chase in stolen car. Not bad.
Nearly naked. So what are we talking here?
That just
Like,
sounds like regular Florida.
Yeah. Probably some girl in her undies, probably just ripping around.
like
maybe, like, on
bikini?
crack
Like,
or
did she just
meth.
come from the beach and like stole a car or
I don't know
something?
if she did come from the beach or not. I don't know. I'm just reading.
It's
the-
called a rat king. Here's a picture of one.
Jesus. That is fact. And the last one for Fox News Odd News that's been overshadowed by all the dick talk. New York City councilwoman attends virtual hearing while driving. Good for you, councilwoman.
I see one of a guy doing that, and he had a green screen in his car, but you could tell that he's still driving.
He's like checking both ways, checking
He's
his
like,
mirrors. He's like, fucking.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm fucking walking here.
Come on, get going. This traffic's killer. I mean, honey, you
Yeah,
done with supper yet?
They hear horns. He's like, "Oh, I live so close to the road. It's ridiculous."
Property values plummeting around these parts.
So that was a good Fox News odd news. There wasn't much to
There
talk
wasn't.
about on there, but
There's 3, which is more than last week. There was only 2.
yeah.
We need more odd news.
Yeah, come on, world. Come on, Florida. Get your shit together.
That's like kind of like a
We
bucket list
need
item for me
content.
now. Is I want to end up on Fox News Odd News.
Let's try.
Let's do it.
Well, Fox doesn't broadcast. Like, they don't
but
cover
that's
stuff in
the-
Canada.
but if we
do
did
they?
I'm
some-
sure if we did that thing where we went to the remember what was that pact we had where if we were 80 years old we in space flight was
SpaceX.
you just
I'm
get
not being in the
Eiffel
middle.
Towered by me and Luke.
Fox News. Oh,
Fox News Odd News. 3 80-year-old men take first space trip and perform.
a 3-man orgy with a combined age of 240 happens in space for the first time.
Honestly, that's a great segue because apparently the oldest people could live is 150 years old. Is what
Yeah.
So we
scientists
could
are
hit
saying.
the
So
450-year.
we could put up some big numbers.
Beat that.
All right, so you guys want to do a blood pact right now? If we all live to 150 and space flight is possible for us,
We're
It's
doing
happening.
it. We're doing it for Guinness World Records.
Yeah, not because we're interested in it or anything. Like we wouldn't get any enjoyment. We just,
We solely just want the world record.
It's just pure
we're
business.
record chasers.
Pure business.
Yeah, but speaking of old people having sex, scientists did a study and they said no matter what, they think the oldest a human can live is 150 years old.
I mean, right now there are some. I'm pretty sure there's like some old people from like India, like deep in the like forest area, jungle, you would say, that claim to be like 140 and
Yeah,
stuff
but they
like
don't
that.
have
But they
any,
don't
like-
have their birth like identification.
There's no
or
way that
anything.
they're actually that old. I don't believe it.
No, like
They're probably just fucking 80 and shriveled from all the fucking mistreatment, and they just believe that they skipped like 60 years.
Maybe they've just like convinced themselves that they are. They're like, yeah.
I am a god.
But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind living to 150.
You think?
As long like you have to think though,
At some
like
point, like it just doesn't.
Halfway in,
But,
like
like,
2100.
like how much better shape are we going to be in at 70 versus people that are 70 now?
Well, the
Like,
way
I'm-
I eat, not
But
too great.
I remember as a kid, like people when they were like 70 was old when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
But now like 70-year-olds
So
aren't.
Caitlin's been recently watching all the older Survivor seasons. Like she's starting at season 1. She's watched like a bunch of them in between, but she wants to watch them in order. So it's gonna take her a while. But she started at season 1, and the first like 4 seasons, people that are like 50 look like they're 80, and it's crazy the age, like how much older people.
They grew
look
up when
back then.
everybody smoked pack after pack of cigarettes inside,
And like my dad's 50, or both my parents are 53, and they don't look old at all.
yeah, I think it's like people are definitely a lot more health conscious, and I mean, you have to think some of these people they were living in houses insulated with asbestos,
Oh, yeah.
chain
Lead-
smoking cigarettes,
Lead paint.
yeah, lead paint, unfiltered cigarettes.
They look like
fucking-
Cade.
Yeah, they do. So I think I mean you have to and like just advancements in medicine too. I think we might be in good shape.
Well, yeah, geez, that was only 20 years ago that people were looking like that.
Because I
too,
think
so-
people that are in their early 70s are still able to like be mobile now.
Oh,
Well,
for sure.
my great grandmothers lived till they were like 94, and they were still like doing fine in their early 90s.
Yeah, my grandmother was 98 and she like until like probably a year before she died, she was like walking blocks a day just to
Yeah.
like go for walks. That's like fuck 97 if I could still walk around. Not bad.
If I'm not wheeling around.
Honestly, the play might be to like get a wheelchair and then just have people wheel you around. But then, like when you actually want to do something, you
You just stand
up.
up.
You're like Ray.
Yeah, basically. Like, tell me if it's not the
Ray,
worst.
get in
idea.
your wheelchair.
You just get I'm telling you.
Or like you hit like 95,
I
you
might
get in the
play that.
wheelchair, and then you wait till you're 145, and then you get up, you're like, psych.
Gotcha, suckers.
Got your grandson. You've been taking care of me for 40
Jeez,
years.
could you imagine if we were 150 and we were
doing the podcast still?
it'd be like what would it be 2148.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
2148.
21.
2048. Oh, they had a game. Remember that game
No.
on the phone? Where
Oh,
you, like,
oh
slide
yeah,
the-
that was addicting.
Can you imagine living to that? What do you? Earth would be so fucked.
We probably wouldn't be on Earth at that point.
No,
We'd be
no.
on Mars.
That'd be fucked.
Jupiter,
Banana lands. Pluto probably.
maybe.
Jupiter might be a hard one. I don't know how we can just live in gas.
We just we've adapted and we can just breathe anything.
Fuck. Hopefully get a pension. That's when a pension would be worth it. Like imagine
Oh,
retire
yeah.
at 55 with a pension. You're like, well, I'm gonna claim this thing for 90 fucking
Yeah.
years.
I don't gotta work for 90 years. Let's go.
Oh, it'd be awesome. But moving on. Fidelity reported that they sold $102 million in Bitcoin yesterday to investors, or today to investors. So them Bitcoin whales, they're still lurking underneath the Bitcoin sea.
So
apparently.
even though it dropped like last week, it's
Well, that's when you want to buy though. Is when it drops.
It's about to go back up next week.
Yeah. And then they'll sell, buy, and get rich. And then if we did it, we'd get fucked. So.
Yep. Well, you gotta have millions of dollars to invest in it to make money.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I wish I invested in AMC when it was like $5 because it's 30 now. And so another little quick thing that I thought was kind of cool. Robots and AI are going to fully automate a farm in Australia, and there's going to be no people actually going out in the fields at all, aside from maintenance staff for the machines.
It's not bad. I mean, it sucks. I mean, you get rid of jobs of people. It's
Cuts down costs for the farmers who own the
Well,
farm.
Yeah,
it's the whole thing
exactly.
where it's like the tiers now, but instead of having field hands, you're hiring specialized people that work
exactly,
on
but
technology.
you're hiring someone with a degree in something, not someone who can.
Well, there's that.
Who can work in the summer and claim EI all winter.
But there,
well, I
there
mean,
comes
there's
the thing
there's
where,
different kinds of people that do different kinds of work, but it just
But
sucks
I
for
think-
one group.
as this becomes more prevalent, you're going to see like a minimum income implemented. Because
Yeah.
at the point where all labor jobs are taken, then you have to like put some form of a minimum income.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's the growing pains, but I think eventually, I mean, people go. I mean, there's two sides to it. Like, yeah, oh, people are losing jobs, but if down the road that means that humans don't need to work,
I'd rather advance society and advance humanity as a whole than some people lose jobs.
well, I think
Or
short.
then
I think
Some
short.
people keep their jobs.
I think short term people are losing jobs, but the more and more this happens, you're gonna get one of those, like countrywide minimum wages, like minimum incomes, and then that's gonna create the ability that you can live a happy life without having to work. And I mean, in the end, isn't that the? I mean, you watch all kinds of movies with the future, and that's like the goal is robots do all of our work, and we don't need to work
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, and then they take over everything and kill us all.
Yeah, iRobot.
Terminator.
Terminator, yeah. And then it's time.
Robots the movie.
Everybody's wanted. I'm sure.
By Disney.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have been just on the edge of their seats waiting for this because we teased it last week. It's
If you haven't watched it yet, go give it a watch. It came out in 2017, so probably if you're one of those people who watches a lot of shows on Netflix, you probably already seen it. But
How long ago did we give this suggestion?
last week.
Oh, was it only last week?
yeah.
Wasn't the week before? Should we wait another week in case we spoil anything?
We could wait one more week,
Just in case. Some
And
people
I
might
mean-
be able to just pound it out in a week.
and we can give it a good bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, this is our last topic, so if you haven't seen it yet, then
If you haven't yet watched Instant Hotel, watch it. I think we're gonna deep dive
next
in on it
week.
next week.
We were going to this week, but
We just
give
don't have
it
enough.
a
Yeah,
little
we
more time.
we want to give it
Even
more
if you
time, and we don't have
haven't
enough
seen
time
it.
to give it yet. And plus, we don't. Some people just can't rip out a series in
2
1 week.
days.
So give everyone a little bit more time if you are watching it, so we don't spoil it when we do talk about it.
But next week we're 100% talking about.
Yeah.
it.
So if you haven't watched it and you're in the last couple episodes before next week, make sure you watch it, or else.
Or just
We should do a poll
skip
and
it.
ask maybe this week who's watched it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Be really embarrassing. There's really no one but us.
Yeah, we're the only people like really shitty reality. Actually, it's not a shitty show. It's really good.
Us and Erica and Caitlin
Yeah.
just vote.
It's okay. Well, yeah, adds up. But yeah, I think that just about wraps it
That's-
up.
Yeah, that wraps up our discussions for this week.
And then we're on
Our
to the
crazy banter.
hockey
Yeah.
after this.
So make sure if you like the hockey stuff, go ahead and keep listening. If you don't, then this will be the conclusion for this week. So
Last time you hear our voices this week.
yeah. If you aren't already following our Instagram or any of our other socials, go check us out. All our
Have you made that TikTok yet?
No.
well, we have it, but
We have to make.
We
We have to
don't
make the
have-
TikTok.
Yeah,
I don't
we
even
have to
remember the
physically
premise
make
of
the-
the TikTok.
Me neither. And I don't even remember how to fucking do it.
Oh,
TikTok's
it's
so
beer.
hard.
Beer.
I'll think of it.
you're
sometime.
walking to the fridge or something. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Anyways, yeah, if you haven't already followed us, go give us a follow. We'd appreciate it. And check out all our links are right there on the Instagram. And give us a rating on iTunes. You can't rate on Spotify, unfortunately, but downloading it still helps. Listening to it. Yeah. So just go give us some support, and we actually are finally going to be posting about the shirts. We've said it the past 2 episodes, and we haven't posted anything yet.
We're thinking that they'll be available by the end of the month. We just need to order.
End of June, not
Yeah,
end of this
then
month.
Oh yeah, end of June. Yeah.
We got to figure it all out. And
But yeah, if you 100% want one, like if you're going to get one, it would help us if you reach out and say a size of shirt that you want, and we're thinking $20 for them.
yeah,
And that covers us buying the shirts and the logos and all that, and then we're
Have some
putting
money
whatever extra we have
left over
towards
to-
the soundboard
yeah.
and mic upgrades.
I think we'll probably just be able to get the soundboard with that. So,
Yeah.
and then
There's like a 5-sheet. We'll split it amongst each other.
you get $2.50. I get $2.50.
Brackets.
Brackets, nothing. No. So yeah, let us know. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, have a great week, everybody.
See you later.
Dessert, please.
We're into the hockey talk. It was a big week this week. We seen some brooms come out. We seen some tough fought series.
I saw a couple mops out there too.
Yeah, a couple mops, couple upsets. Not really. And yeah,
There's definitely one upset.
which upset would you say?
Winnipeg upsetting Edmonton.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, never mind. 100%. I was hyping
Not even
it up.
just upsetting them. Edmonton literally got swept.
My dad doesn't really pay attention to hockey, but like he'll like read who's like going through the playoffs. And he's like, "Oh, who do you think, Edmonton or Winnipeg?" I was like, "Edmonton is going to shit on Winnipeg." Like Winnipeg doesn't really have much defense. It's all on their goaltender, and they fucking sweep
And they
them.
fucking sweep them.
Yeah.
I did mention last podcast that like I could have seen them maybe stealing the series in like 7 games or something, 6 games where they had like
If
'cause-
either
just
of-
because they have more experience.
If
like, in
either
playoff
of
hockey.
us said Winnipeg in 4 when we did our predictions,
Yeah.
people would have said we were fucking crazy.
Yeah, they would have said they were dumb.
So just to go over it
Good
real
thing
quick,
I said Winnipeg in 4.
we'll do updates on what's happened. So to start off, Brad's completely unbiased favorite team, Colorado Avalanche, sweep, get the brooms out for the St. Louis Blues. Good, fuck the Blues.
Hello. How
I
are
even tried to give St. Louis the benefit of the doubt and said they would win at least one game, and they swept them.
And then currently the Golden Knights in the Wild are tied 3-3 and
Which,
playing
huh?
tonight.
What, huh? Game 7 prediction of this guy?
That's true.
Let's fucking go. Let's see it.
That's true.
Let's fucking go Minnesota, baby.
And then we had the Boston Bruins 4-1 the Capitals.
Surprising. Like
I was actually very surprised by that.
I felt, I don't know. I figured it would have been a little bit more hard.
I forgot
fought
Taylor Hall
and-
was fucking ripping around
Yeah,
on the old bees.
Boston definitely buzzing. So they do have like they're both 2 good playoff teams. Boston's had a better playoff history, I'd say, recently, other than the Capitals' cup win. But so I'm not completely surprised, but just shocked in 5 games. I would have said at
Speaking-
least 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was same. Speaking of the Capitals winning the cup, the New York Islanders 4-2 over Pittsburgh.
Which is, I think, what one of us said last week.
Was it-
I think we
it was
both
2
wanted.
weeks
I
ago
think
now.
was it? Yeah, it was 2 weeks. That's right.
I think we both wanted to say it, but then we had to change
Yeah, I
it
think
because we didn't
one of
want
us
to be the
took
same.
one game less or more just to kind of be different.
We knew.
That was
We knew the Islanders were gonna win. Oilers and Jets. Winnipeg won 4-0.
wow.
Brooms.
That doesn't even make sense.
Just
What happened to old Connor?
They were held pointless for the first 2 games.
And then he put up, I think, 4 points in the second game.
Yeah, still not even enough to win it. So
They choked so hard a couple times. Like, it
yeah,
was
they
just
did.
ridiculous.
There was a couple games that they should have had, easily should have had.
There was 2 that they were up by 3 goals, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
like At least
It's-
one for sure.
The defense was just abysmal.
Mm.
Like I just don't even. I will say fans are going to look like Darnell Nurse has been Ethan Bear has been getting fucking
yeah,
shit on online.
lots
and,
of like racial comments, which is just
yeah,
stupid.
don't go ahead, be passionate for your team, but like you're fucked if you're going to that extent that you're saying stuff like that to somebody. Like it's. But yeah, Maple Leafs Canadians. Leafs are up 3-2 in the series.
Big win. So Montreal won that first game we were watching here, and I thought, okay, good for Montreal. Like they got their one win, and then Toronto takes the next three. I'm like, okay, here it is, Toronto in 5, and then boom, what do you know, fucking Montreal, baby.
And then we saw the thing today that there's seats being sold in Montreal for the next game.
Yeah, pretty cheap.
Yeah, pretty cheap. If you want to be in the lower bowl, you're looking at between $8,000 and $12,000.
Not
100,000
100,000.
with a T. And yeah, fucked. But honestly, I could see if they have quite a few people in there, like they get a little fired up. Because that's
Yeah,
what the first.
I think you never know what could happen. If they force a game 7, it is going to be awesome. Like it's gonna be fun.
I will bet. Well, Montreal just be so fucking.
Could you imagine if Montreal wins this series? I think the city of Toronto will literally be on fire.
Oh, 100%.
It will be so.
Who gets traded?
fun.
Okay, who gets traded? Somebody gets traded at that point. There's
Matthews.
no way.
No, they keep Matthews, Marner, they keep Tavares.
Not Nylander's probably gone.
I could see them. Yeah, I could see
Or
them getting
Anderson or
rid of Willie.
Nylander's gone.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
they're moving one big name.
I feel like they would stupidly move Morgan Riley for like this most idiotic reason. Just
They
being
would
Toronto.
trade Morgan Riley for another forward.
Yeah. The reason we lost was
Morgan
offense.
Riley for I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of some like Jeff Skinner.
Oh, imagine. Yeah, Jeff had a really great playoffs there. We're just looking to bring more veteran presence into the room. playoff performer.
We
and,
just love the fucking $9 million cap. And then the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Panthers,
which is so upsetting.
4-2. Yeah, it was upsetting. I really was hoping the Panthers.
Me too. I really wanted to see.
I
them
feel
win.
bad for old KY Jelly there. He's
Me too.
he definitely is regressing very. I think he's having a little bit of a Ryan Whitney regression in his play.
Quick and fast. Hard.
Just like how we played.
The piston crossover.
It's gonna be terrible. But the thing is like, there's gonna be so much public backlash if they try to healthy scratch him in the regular season.
Oh yeah.
Like you just
I hope
can't.
that there is too. I hope they don't. I hope they just keep playing him.
I hope
Even
so
if he's costing
too.
the team. Fuck him.
But like he's getting close to the Ironman record.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. You never know. Maybe he'll have a good off season.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so upsetting that they lost, but it is what it is. Would have been nice to see something different than Tampa. I don't think we haven't gone over Carolina and Nashville yet.
No,
eh?
that's the very last one.
Carolina in 6, which is, I mean, I guess 5 or 6 is probably where we'd have them.
I think I had Carolina 4-0, but it's just because I don't like Nashville.
But you know what? Nashville did have a pretty half-decent series. Like, goaltending was unreal in this one.
Well, I think honestly the biggest thing was Matt Duchene actually showed up and played.
Yeah.
Like I think Nashville's biggest problem is honestly the two centers that they're paying a lot of money seem to just not fucking show up ever.
Yeah.
Duchene and Johansson are just like,
which sucks.
you
like,
could expose both of them, and I bet you Seattle doesn't take either of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Duchene, I don't know. I'd maybe gamble, but Johansson, he has been very underwhelming for what he was supposed to be.
Yeah, it
Imagine
sucks,
trading
but
Seth
never know.
Jones for Ryan Johansson.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, probably.
They'd laugh in your face.
Do that again. So how about you lead us with the next?
Yeah, so we got our next. We have at least 2 confirmed playoff series. We'll know more after tonight. We got Game 7, like we said, Vegas and Minnesota at 10 p.m. So by tomorrow we'll know who Colorado's playing, and I think Montreal and Toronto finish off theirs Sunday night.
Well, when's
No,
the
wait,
next game?
today's
Will
Friday.
we be
Sorry,
done
Saturday.
then?
It'd be Saturday. But no, because Boston and New York are playing on Saturday too.
Oh.
So they are going to start the second series before the first ones are all over. So anyways, speaking of Boston, New York, that's who we got
That's gonna be a good series.
next round. Yeah, that did you see that electrifying chant just from the New York Islanders faithful?
We want Boston.
Yeah, we want Boston. That was awesome.
The Islanders, I will say, aren't the most exciting team to watch.
They really aren't. Like I wouldn't be upset if I missed their games. I think it'll be a little bit more fun now that Boston's in the mix.
I could see though Islanders beating the Bruins.
Yeah.
Well, we should do our predictions for the ones that are confirmed.
Yeah, well, I'll run through this first. We got the tail of the tape. Brought to you by the NHL. No free ads. The season series between them, Boston was 3-3-2, and the Islanders were 5-2-1. Goals for 18 for Boston and 20 for the Islanders. So obviously their goals against were 18 and 20. Power play percentage, Islanders had a 15% and the Bruins had 16%. And their PK percentage was 84% and 85%. Leading scorers were Brad Marchand with 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points in 8 games. And then Jean-Gabriel Pageau, practice my French a little bit there, had 5 goals and 3 assists for 8 points. I think this, like, what are your thoughts on this one? I think it's going to be a pretty good series. I think we're going to see some offense met with some good defense. And
I think it's going to be a really good series, but I think
it's going to be like tight checking, good defensive, like sound hockey games, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very technical. I don't think there's going to be a lot of
sloppy play. Like
not a lot of sloppy play, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of like beautiful moments. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like a chess match.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like run and gun doing this. It's like making you need to make the most out of every chance,
out of every opportunity you have. I don't know. It's hard to bet against Boston, like because like I said earlier, they're just such like a seasoned NHL playoff performer. Like they've been there before. They know what they're doing. The Islanders are kind of new to this. Within the last couple of years, so like I don't know. Like my heart's telling me to take Boston in like 6 or 7, but part of me just because I want to see something different, like wants to take the Islanders in 6 or 7.
I'm thinking Islanders in 6.
I'll take Islanders in 7, not because I don't think Boston isn't capable. I just think it'd be nice to see a different face in them. So
the next series that's confirmed. Carolina Hurricanes and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of this one. They are so even in the season stats. They're both 4-3-1. Carolina has 18 goals for, 17 against, where the Lightning have 17 for and 18 against. Power play percentage is 14.3% Carolina and 13.6% for the Lightning. And the PK percentage is 86.4 for Carolina and 85.7 for Tampa. Leading scorers was Martin Nikas had 3 goals and 5 assists for 8 points, and Alex Killorn, which is a weird one, had 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points in 8 games played. So I don't know. Like that kind of leads me to believe maybe it'll be like they won't be as offensive. It's hard to tell. I think this is gonna be a weird one.
Carolina in 7.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna jump on the Carolina train too in this one. Yet again, coming down to I'm tired of seeing Tampa Bay. It could go either way.
I like Carolina.
And they are pretty fun to watch.
They have a very underrated defense. Their defense is fucking disgusting.
Nasty. And just
Carolina in 5.
Jackson said Carolina in 5. I love the hot take. I'm gonna go. You know what, Jackson? No, that's too crazy. I'll say Carolina and.
I like Carolina in 6. Honestly.
Yeah, I do like Carolina in 6.
I say Carolina in 7, but I believe more Carolina in 6.
Okay, you take Carolina in 6, and I'm going to jump on the Jackson train, and we're going to go Carolina in 5.
Okay.
Something's going to happen in Tampa. Just absolute fucking pandemonium. Although, fuck, man, Kucherov's been so hot. God fucking damn it. That might have been actually a bold one. Never mind, scratch that. I'm jumping back with Luke. Carolina in 6.
I don't know, there's I think Carolina doesn't get as much recognition as they should. They have a really good coach. They have some very good forwards. They have an insane defense.
It seems like they have really good team chemistry too. Just overall.
The only thing they're lacking is like a stellar goaltender.
Yeah, and well, you say that, but like they don't have like the big name, but they've been getting
good results. But it's
and just the goaltending has been great too. Like he's been putting up.
I think Teuvo Teravainen and Conn Smythe. Just you watch.
happening.
go off. Probably not, but it'd be nice. I still remember when Patrick Sharp was my favorite Hawk. Gets traded. I was like, oh, I like this Teuvo Teravainen guy. Like 6 months later, gets traded.
Gone.
Goodbye. And then, let's just for fun. So Avs. We're
I was gonna say,
not
let's
gonna do a
we'll
big
go through.
breakdown, but what would you predict Avs versus Golden Knights, and what would you predict Avs versus Wild? I'd say Avs Wild, Avs in 4.
Yeah, I'd say Avs in 5.
Avs in 4 against the Wild.
Yeah, probably.
And then
I was trying to be nice.
yeah, I can say it because I won't be it won't be biased.
Yeah.
And then Avs Knights, Avs in 6.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot closer. If not Avs in 6, I'll go Avs in 7. Their game and like their
That's
games
like 6
like
apparently.
we were talking
Avs in
about
7 actually. I could agree
yeah,
with that.
we were talking about the whole like Boston New York Islanders being like a chess match. Like that'd be the same thing with Vegas and Colorado, except for it'd be the other side of the coin where like you're going to see like like it'll be more fast paced. Like just yeah, I think you'd see a little bit more excitement.
It's gonna be more who can score more goals.
Yeah.
Versus who can stop more goals, I guess. In a way.
Exactly. Which I would be fun. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, who do you think's taking the series tonight?
I'd like it to be Vegas, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll say Minnesota just because it's
just because the whole 4-0 possibility.
Well, the thing is though, you never know what could happen.
I think Minnesota's an easier ride for Colorado though.
Oh, I think so too, but you do never know what could happen.
Because Minnesota's just Vegas's kryptonite. And then Minnesota's going to come out of that and be like, we're the best. And then Colorado's going to like 9-2 them or
Spit
something.
roast
We're gonna be like, no, you're not. You're not the best.
And the last one, we'll just say, who do you think wins it? Do you think Montreal forces Game 7? They play Game 6 on Saturday, so they
hope
might
so.
not even wrap their series doesn't wrap up if there's Game 7 until Monday. So, do you want Montreal? Yeah, let's just say Montreal takes it. That'd be fun to watch.
And then Jets against Toronto, Jets against Canadians.
I don't know.
Jets, Canadians, Jets in
beat Montreal and Toronto
5.
beats Jets.
Yeah.
Toronto against Jets. Unfortunately, Toronto in like, I don't know, 12.
I'd say Toronto in 6.
Toronto in
6, dude?
6.
The 6, Toronto
Six
in
and
6.
six.
That's true. Yeah, you got to do it. Toronto in 6.
Oh, but that means they're gonna win this
Tonight.
next game.
What if they won What if they won the cup and won every single series in Game 6? It'd be kind of crazy. Dude,
Wait,
it's
wouldn't it be
That'd be some
6-6-6?
6-6-6-6.
Oh my god. We almost
The 6 in 6-6-6.
Yes,
Toronto
man, we
in
just-
hell.
Dude, we just
Oh,
fucking figured it
Illuminati
out.
confirmed.
Dude, that is the Jesuits. That's the Jesuits' work. What's the thing that Kyle goes on about? Gematria?
What?
You never heard about Gematria?
No.
Oh my Jesus.
That's next week's topic.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Oh
Write
my-
that down.
Someone's gotta put that on the whiteboard when we're done.
All right, we gotta wrap this one up.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
That ends it for the hockey dog.
That's
Have a good one.
All the hockey talk we have today, and we didn't buzz today, so thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Bye.
Zero
Bye.
pay.